If you want to learn something fast, the standard approach is brute force, staring at textbooks and flashcards for hours in a desperate attempt to memorize information. It is exhausting, and often it simply doesn't stick. But intelligence agencies don't have the luxury of slow progress. When the CIA needs an agent briefed on massive files or a new language, they expect mastery in weeks, not years. These agencies abandoned standard curriculum to focus on hacking the brain's underlying biological responses. Rapid learning doesn't require more discipline or grueling effort. It relies on exploiting specific sensory triggers that force your brain to absorb information on easy mode. Most of us assume that total silence is the absolute prerequisite for deep focus. We lock ourselves away and try to block out the world. Spy agencies do the opposite. They use neuropriming, actively training their operatives to study in chaotic, noisy environments rather than quiet rooms. You can replicate this by pairing study sessions with heavy background noise, like a busy cafe, and setting a disruptive alarm to go off every 7 minutes. Steadily increasing this environmental chaos forces the brain to adapt. Tuning out extreme distractions becomes an automatic reflex rather than a conscious struggle. There is a widely held belief that learning is strictly a conscious activity that stops the moment you close your eyes. Inside the KGB's Lubyanka headquarters, Soviet intelligence bypassed conscious effort entirely. They utilized hypno-learning, designed to impart language skills by playing audio directly to an agent's subconscious while they slept. This works by targeting the brain's transition into sleep. As you drift off, your brain waves drop into a smooth 4 Hz theta pattern, a highly receptive state where the mind absorbs data. To lock this in, you perform a physical action, like snapping your fingers, while listening to study material. Deploying that same physical trigger during the day commands your brain to instantly drop back into that state of hyper-focus. Sleep isn't just downtime, it's an actively hackable state for data retention that can be strategically linked to daytime triggers. Rote repetition is a failure of strategy. Staring at flashcards for hours tries to force memorization through the brain's most inefficient channels. The 5-sense memory trick offers a shortcut. Pairing a distinct smell, like cinnamon, with a specific study session creates a powerful subconscious link. Later, reintroducing that exact smell in a different environment acts as a retrieval cue, pulling the associated data back to the surface of your mind. You can expand this into spatial hacking with a memory palace, a system spies use to map complex data onto familiar physical locations. For example, you might mentally assign a complex mathematical formula to your kitchen refrigerator, or a key phrase to your front doorway. Human biology evolved to remember spaces and smells for survival. Tying abstract data to these senses bypasses the friction of conscious memory. Your 4-week mission begins with sleep recall in week 1, followed by chaos neuropriming in week 2 to sharpen your focus under pressure. Week 3 integrates sensory maps, and week 4 stacks all techniques together with active interleaving for maximum cognitive speed. True mastery is achieved by turning your daily environment into a learning trigger rather than suffering in a quiet library. Just keep these protocols quiet before the agencies come looking for their mind-hacking toys.